What is going on, everybody? I'm the GZ guy. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking in. I want to apologize for not getting you guys some video up last week. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling well, so I took the time to rest up. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and wrap the headers, and I'm going to show you a few goodies here in just a second that we got so we can finally do the big install on the G. To include the headers, we're doing the exhaust, we're doing the one-piece lightweight drive shaft, we're doing the new clutch and flywheel, master and slave cylinders, new lines. So that is going to be awesome. We are finally to where we need to be to get that done. So now we just got to get scheduled to get the shop time in to use my dad's buddy's shop, like I had mentioned. Let's see. Also, I had mentioned in the last video that I had ordered the Akibono big brake kit. We have the rotors in. I will show you guys those. Unfortunately, we're still waiting on the calipers, the adapters, and the brake lines. We're running into that whole mess again of shipping issues and supply issues and so on. So once those get here, we'll get those on the car. Should be pretty straightforward and not too hard. But before we head down to the shop to start wrapping those headers, let me show you what we got. So got a box down here from Z1. Went ahead and we've got new gaskets for headers, exhaust, and so on. Also went ahead and got a full new set of OEM hanger brackets for the new exhaust, since the exhaust hangers are prone to wear out. So we got a full set of those. I went ahead and ordered the Z1 coolant bleeder valve to get rid of the old plastic one. Mine's not having any issues or leaking. But for, you know, 40 bucks, good investment. And I might be doing that today. It depends how long it takes me to get the headers wrapped. And then we have the rest of our exhaust gaskets and our header gaskets down in here. And I went ahead and got a couple of new clamps for the new bleeder valve. So got a lot coming up. Definitely excited to be getting the install going. And timing is working out because I'd prefer to do it when the weather's a little nicer anyway, not so cold out, and not going to be running around in all the snow and rain and all that good stuff, since this is my daily. So let's see what else. Oh, the front grille, as you recall, I went ahead and sanded and clear coated. I'm going to be doing the same thing, I think, to my roof spoiler. It's starting to get some fade to it, so I think we'll probably not in this video. It depends how much time we have. But we'll take the time to get everything covered up car-wise and masked off. And then we'll go ahead and sand this down and shoot that with some new clear coat so it has a nice shine back to it. So let's go ahead, we'll get everything gathered up here, move down to the shop, and start wrapping those headers. See you in a second, guys. All right, guys, so we made it down to the shop. As you can see, got the G pulled in down here. We'll get to the headers in a second. I had told you I'll show you guys the rotors for the brake kit coming up. Also, before we get to the headers, we are at the 72 subscriber mark. Not a huge number, neither is 80, but 80 is the number that I'm going to be doing that giveaway, as I had mentioned, for a set of eyelids for the G35 coupe, just as a way to say thank you guys for the support and helping me grow. And again, 80 is not some astronomical number, but I am super pumped to get there, and I am so grateful for every one of you guys. But in order to be able to have a chance to win those, you have to be following me on Instagram and subscribed and over here on my YouTube channel. And once we hit that 80 mark, there'll be more to come on how to do that. But we'll worry about that. That'll be a whole different video when we get there. Let me show you guys what we got. So exhaust, I went through all that, make sure everything's there. And that's when I decided to get the new hangers and all that. But that aside, we do have mobile tool brake fluid that will be going in. And like I said, I've only got the rotors right now. But as you can see, substantially bigger than what we're running currently. So clearance will not be an issue. With the wheel size, if it's something that you're looking into, you guys, and doing your brakes and going to a bigger brake kit, factory sizing, make sure you check that it will work with your wheel specs, so on and so forth, so that way you don't get surprised down the road. With that said, as you can see, I got one of the headers out right here, the other one's still in the box. AFE twisted steel. we've got our wrap, and we've got our stainless locking ties. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. And I'll show you the process and explain it to you a little bit as we go through it. Pretty straightforward. You're going to take your wrap and start basically on an individual tube. I might double it up here. I have to look at how hard it's going to be because of clearance issues. So we'll probably double it up from, I'll come single and then just double around and then down. And then this one, I think I can get enough clearance that I'll just do a single wrap. But once I get my game plan figured out there, I'll definitely let you guys know. So I'm going to get started on that, and I'll check back in with you here in just a few, guys. All right, guys, there you go. So I got the first one wrapped. I went as tight as I could. It's a little tricky just with, you know, the clearance issues. You're going to run into that on a lot of different headers, but it will get the job done. It doesn't look necessarily the prettiest, but it's getting tight. I went ahead and strapped on both sides of where the bung goes into and got this nice and tight. I just overlapped it. It shouldn't have too much issue once we get it installed on the car. But other than that, we got it fairly well wrapped. Small gap there. But did this one separate. Excuse me. And then we got a slight little issue right there. But I think she's going to hold up just fine. Everything's tight. It's not really moving. So first one's done. For this header, or these headers, I guess, because I got to do the other one. I found it was easiest just to start and do a single wrap up to the backside here where it starts to go double, and then I just ran it across and around and then to the bottom portion, covering two. And then when I did the secondary piece of it, I just came up. You can see here, or I'm sorry, I started down here, came up, and then went double. So that is the finished product for that one, and she's ready to go on the car. Pull the second one out of the box here, and we'll get that wrapped up. See you in a sec. All right, guys, so I got both headers wrapped. Unfortunately, the second one didn't turn out as well. I ran out of the wrap I was originally using. I had some other wrap. It's a little bit thicker, and it has the reflective tape on it. So I did the best I could. Let me show you. So there it is. It doesn't look as nice. It's not as pretty, but it will get the job done. This is exposed. This right here, I got it as tight as I could. Once it's in the car, though, I think we'll be okay. I've got it tightened down on each side right there. So, I mean, it didn't turn out as nice, unfortunately, but it will definitely get the job done, and nothing's too exposed. So, did the best I could with what I had, and if worse comes to worse, I can always pull it off in the future and redo it. So, we've got that done. I think I'm going to take this opportunity and end this video here, because it did take a while. If I decide to do the coolant port on the G tonight, I will go ahead and I'll just do a separate video and I'll film that. But at this point, my hands are pretty dirty. I think I'm going to get cleaned up because this took quite a while, especially working with this other wrap with the heat shielding on it, the reflective. You know, I'd never worked with that kind before. And probably, to be honest with you, not going to do it again, at least not on anything this intricate. I'll see how it holds up and do maybe a comparison somewhere down the road and let you guys know. So thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. And as always, be kind to each other. I'll catch you on the next one.